sermon that they put out is fake. They want you to believe that this Yeshua was sent here from heaven by some magical white deity with a white robe on and a magic wand. And then the guy with the magic wand and the white robe said, you know what? These people, I know I'm omnipotent and I'm omniscient and I know everything, but I just can't seem to figure out how to make these people behave. So what I'll do is I'll kill my own son, and that'll teach them.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'm gonna be straight up, y'all. You come to this dude, Billy Carson, and how you coming at the Bible?
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
What they do, people? Welcome, YouTube. My name is Josh Lee. I'm your host. Welcome to the show. Thank you for stopping by. Now, we're gonna get right into it today. I know y'all watched the beginning of the video, and I know y'all was like, this dude here clowning. I don't know if you was either talking about me clowning or you talking about Mr. Billy Carson clowning. But I know for me, I'm talking about this dude is clowning. So, we're gonna get right into it. But real quick before we do that, I need y'all to help me reach this goal, 10,000 subscribers by summer. For many of y'all have been watching the show, thank you. But if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. It's not gonna cost you anything. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, for we got some more fire content coming out. So with that being said, let's go and get on to the show.
At some point, we gotta sit down and say, something ain't really adding up here. Yeah, this is contradicting this is contradicting that. God knows everything, but yet he didn't know that Adam and Eve became conscious.
See y'all? This is the stupidity I be talking about. This man clearly says that God said that somehow he's omnipotent, but he doesn't know that Adam and Eve became conscious. What in the world are you talking about, sir? The Bible clearly tells you, when you read it in Genesis, that he created Adam and Eve. And when he created Adam from dust, he breathed the breath of life into him and he became a living being. The same way when the baby comes out, the first thing it does is take a slap by a doctor on his butt to take his first breath. That's exactly what a baby does. So where does the breath of life come from then, sir? Is it from your Anunnaki? So where did the Anunnaki get it from? It has to come from somewhere. It has to have a source. So what's the source, sir? God, I can't stand this dude, man.
God knows everything, but at the same time, he couldn't stop people from being bad. He couldn't just come down and say, hey guys, I have a better way to teach you something. Let me show you something a little bit different.
No, sir. He clearly gave instructions on what to do. You have everything in this garden. You can eat from every fruit and every herb and every tree from this garden, but the one in the middle. Clear instructions to two adult grown humans. Two adult humans. An adult male and adult female. Not some children, not some little teenagers or some adolescents. Two fully grown adults. He straight up told him. And he gave the man is who he put in charge. The woman is your helpmeet. She's the one that's supposed to help you, but you the one that's in charge. That's what he gave Adam. He gave Adam dominion over everything. So he told them, you have free range over everything in this garden. You can eat from every fruit and every tree in this garden, except for the one in the middle. Do not touch that one. Yet somehow, the two fully grown adults that were in the garden decided to go against the commands that were given to them. So, in any other circumstances, when you go against the commands that are given to you, are you rewarded or are you punished? I guess maybe in your world, all of the time that you go against commands that you were given, you got rewarded. Boy, you can't make this up, man.
A little bit different. He couldn't just figure it out. So he said, you know what? I got something. I'll just torture my own kid, and then that'll teach him.
Now I understand how ridiculous you Gnostics are. What? He tortured his own son. No, sir. He didn't torture his own son. We tortured his son. We as the human beings down here on earth. We the ones who tortured him, not God. We the ones who did it. The human beings, when he was here, the human beings were the ones who flogged him. They the ones that put the crown of thorns on his head. They're the ones who made him carry that cross to his execution. Human beings did it, not God. Man, what is wrong with you people, man? What is wrong with y'all? And somehow you think I'm supposed to be silent when you going around saying crap like this? Knowing that there are lost souls out here that's trying to find the truth, and then your big mouth behind is out here telling these lies like this. And they got the nerve to be talking about how somebody's sprinkling the truth with a bunch of lies. That's you doing that, sir. That's you doing this. Nah, bro, and don't think that I'm supposed to sit here and be silent while you sit here and do this? Nah, bro. Nah, bro, it ain't happening.
In the Sinai Bible, which predates the King James Bible, Yeshua was never sacrificed. Let me say that again. In the Sinai Bible, which predates the King James Bible by almost 1,000 years, Yeshua was never sacrificed.
So let me explain something to y'all. What he's trying to tell y'all about this Sinai Bible, basically coming out of Turkey. So what's basically going on is just like with Gnosticism. It basically states that Jesus wasn't crucified. Now you got to understand something. I want y'all to really be clear on this. Let me show y'all. Let me connect the dots for y'all real quick. The very first in the Bible, the very first prophecy in the Bible is that the seed of Satan will bruise the heel of the seed of the woman, and the seed of the woman will crush the head of the serpent. So now, you being Satan, this is your first prophecy that you are getting from God. This is the first prophecy that you're getting from God. So if her seed is going to crush your head, which means you are done. If this prophecy comes true, what's the first thing you're going to do? The first thing you're going to do is try to kill off her seed, so that prophecy doesn't come to fruition. Which is why the first murder was between Cain and Abel. Cain, listening to the voice of Satan, kills Abel. Then they have Seth. Seth is almost like a replacement for Abel. And you already know, as being a parent, can you imagine how much more overprotective you want to be over Seth, this next son that you have? Because the last son got killed by his older brother. So how much more protective will you be over this child here? So then after he can't get to Seth, so now after Satan can't get to Seth, what does he do? He sends the angels down. The angels come down. He gets the angels to look at the daughters of men. Once you get to Genesis 6, especially once you get to reading the book of Enoch, which he mentioned about the Ethiopian Bible, it has the book of Enoch in it. So the book of Enoch tells you that right around the time of Jared, that's when the angels came down and started mating with women. So basically, that's what Satan was trying to do. So within a 1500 year period, that from the time of Jared up until the time of Noah, I think that was between 1,000 or 1,500 years. I could be wrong. It could be less. It could be anywhere between 1,000 and maybe 1,500 or 1,200 years, between 12 and 1,500. But the point is that the days of Jared, that's when the angels came down and started mating with women. The whole point was to try to pollute the bloodline so that Jesus Christ couldn't come. Everything that God does is in perfection. So you can't have an imperfect bloodline and think you're going to still have the perfect God coming down and into this world. It's not going to happen. So what did God have to do? So within that 1500 period, the Bible Genesis 6 tell you that all flesh had been corrupted, except for Noah and his family. So that was the reason why God instructed him to build this ark. And guess what? The ark, the dimensions for the ark was basically the same size as the first generation Nephilim. The first generation Nephilim was anywhere between 400 and 500 feet. Yeah, I think anywhere between 500 feet tall, 450 feet tall. The length of the ark was then at 450 feet, 500 feet. You think God knew what he was doing when he was telling Noah to create this ark? And then he made a little small doorway and he closed it up himself and flooded the earth because of all the corrupted flesh that was roaming the earth. Just think about it. How much sense would it make for God to create Adam, Eve, Brontosaurus, the animal that he loved, that he talked about and he bragged on in Job? Behemoth, remember? He bragged on Behemoth in Job. So how much sense would it make for him to create Adam and Eve, a whole garden, peaceful garden with everything in it, and create Brontosaurus and all these herbivores, and then turn around and put Tyrannosaurus Rex right in the midst of them too as well? How is that him looking at that and that being good? Man, come on, man. I can make a whole long video about this, but I'll basically break it up in chunks and make some more videos, because I'm telling you, he's going to still come up with more foolishness, and I'm going to be here for it to help clear it up and expose all his lies that he keep telling. So I don't care who sees this. They want to get it to him. I don't care. He want to go one-on-one. We can do it. I don't care. I'm ready. I stay ready when it comes to this word. So whatever y'all want to do, let me know. I'm not scared. No one's going to tell me that this Bible is not real and this Bible is not credible. Jesus Christ has done too much in my life for me to let people like you open your mouth and spill out this foolishness that you're doing. He's done too much in my life. No sir. No sir. I'm not letting you made it to the end of this video. I thank you. Thank you for rocking with me. Trying to reach the goal of 10,000 subscribers by summer. If you're loving the content, please hit the subscribe button. Much love to y'all, man. Believe me. Continue reading your word and growing stronger. Show yourself approved. Man, we out.